Good morning. Welcome to the Wandering Drew. I am Drew. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm out here at Dutton Island Preserve, and I'm going to do a short hike, and I hope you'll join me. Hello, good morning again. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I'm out here at the Dutton Island, and I'm going to do this is the expansion park. So this is a second piece of property they bought in the area of Dutton Island. The original hike I did a couple of weeks ago, Dutton Island, is just down the road. It's about a half mile or maybe 0.6 down the road. So if you really wanted to, you could do both trails on the same day, just added a little mileage up and back. And there is a path that leads that way, and you go over a causeway onto Dutton Island, and you can do the first location. And at that location is where there is water and there is also bathrooms. At this location, the expansion park, there are no services. The only thing they have is picnic tables if you want to, I guess, picnic here or eat. And I noticed a couple of grills, I guess, so you can picnic. Other than that, there's no services here. So you need to plan if you need water or you need a bathroom to go there. So anyway, at this location, it's a 1.4 mile loop trail. Basically, I'm going to come back to the parking lot. There is ample parking here. It's probably about maybe 10 or 12 spots. So maybe it gets a little busy, but I don't think you'll have trouble finding it. This trail I'm going to do is another in the series of trails that I've been doing in Jacksonville since I moved here. It's a beautiful day in Jacksonville right now. It's about 80 degrees. It's going to be a hot one though later on, so I'm trying to get done early. The park opens up at 8, although it was open earlier. I was here, and I'm going to go do the walk now. And like I said, it's about 1.4, so I'm not expecting it to take too long. So here I am right at the road to the entrance to Dutton Island Preserve. You can see the sign over there. Behind me is the parking lot. So here I am at the start of the trailhead. I just came from the parking lot. There's some people there I don't want to record. So if you look over here, you can see there are some tables and benches and a couple of grills. Let's take a walk. And here is the view from the parking lot. You can see a bunch of tables. There's, looks like 4 picnic tables and about 3 grills. Here's the start of the trail over here. You can see actually an orange blaze on the tree here. So coming up to the kiosk, you can see the large map. Shows you the trail. It's basically like a loop, like a balloon, I guess it looks like, or called a lollipop sometimes. You basically go in, you do a loop, you come back. There is a 2 overlooks, looks like observation areas, here and here, or should I say here and here, to the creek and the marsh area. I really like this part right here where it tells you all about it. So it tells you it's 1.4 miles, how steep the grade is, the slope, tread, and everything. This is just real quick synopsis of a trail. It's really great. So this is the start of the trail. It's dirt and pretty, like I said, pretty level and clear, as you can tell. You just got to watch out for some roots every once in a while. I figured you'd rather see the trail than me while I talk. So I did spray up. I'm not sure how bad the mosquitoes will be. It's been raining most days, almost every day here. So there's definitely water, or standing water, in probably a lot of places for mosquitoes to breed. So I sprayed up. We'll see how effective that is. So far, nice, easy, and very wide. About a quarter mile in, there are mosquitoes here. They've been buzzing around me, but I think my bug repellent is working. Not that many though, like just a couple. It's very tolerable. There's a bench right here, but it looks totally overgrown. I don't think I'd want to be sitting there too much. There's not much of a view. This is what it looks like mostly. It's soft dirt. Hasn't been soft or hasn't been any standing water so far. Approaching the half mile mark, a little bit shy of it right now, but I'm still in this canopy of trees. And so I've been in the shade the whole time. So it's quite cooler in here than it would be if you were outside. So, and mosquitoes have not been that bad. There's been, 1 or 2 isolated ones, but so far, so good. Just met the people that were walking in front of me. they're walking their dog, and they came back to the mosquitoes are out in force. So we're gonna go see. I sprayed up. So they were asking me, they thought I worked here with my orange shirt, and they saw the camera. And I said, no, I just do some videos and I post them up. We are coming to the loop. So I'm gonna go to the left first, and we'll come back to the right. You can see the sign right there. Hopefully you can see the sign now. So I'm gonna go off to the left loop, and we'll circle back and we'll come back this way. So that's it. Anyway, I'll keep you looking out. It's better than looking at me. Anyway, so I went to see my doctor this week. Told him actually the last week or so I've been much improved. The ankle feels good when I'm walking, usually. Every once in a while I get a little funny discomfort, but still at times it's like weird. I'll like sit down and I go to stand up and I just get a little, it doesn't feel right. Still feels loose, but he basically, you know, as long as just keep doing my activities, ramping up slowly, which is why I'm doing this hike, which is only 1.4 miles, because I did one the other day that was 1 mile. So I'm slowly trying to increase my mileage and not just do like a 7-mile hike, and seeing how the ankle is performing. I have multiple plans. I've got like 14 trails already on a list that I'm doing. I'm hoping to do those trails over the next couple of weeks. I do have to do some traveling, but I'm hoping that I can do those, post the videos up, and then I'd actually like to do some longer trails to try out the ankle. Here's a information board about the Tamaqua Indians, which were the ones that originally were in this area when the Europeans came here. And obviously it's big in this area. And I mentioned when I was at the fort, the same thing, that they were there. And so it's the same, this is their range, this is their territory as it was. Unfortunately, I don't believe there's any remnants of their tribe in this area still existing today. They were basically moved or assimilated, I guess, to the Europeans. So anyway, getting back to my health update. It smells like something's dead around here. Oh yeah, there's definitely something that passed. It's a smell you don't forget. So he released me to go do activity, just continue ramping up slowly mileage. And so like I said, I have a bunch of activities planned. I got some overnight hikes that I would like to do. And I definitely am hoping to get to a mountain somewhere. I am a little closer now to Georgia. Georgia is probably about 30 to 60 minutes away, depending on which way you want to go. And I'm hoping to get up, but it's still about 7 to 8 hours to make it to the AT. And I'm looking at that. I've got another trail on my mind as well. It's a little shorter, but it is mountainous. I may do that first. Just takes a little planning and logistics. But anyway, so things are happening, hopefully, for Wandering Drew in terms of doing hikes and getting back out and doing more activities. As this it seems like almost a year, but it's been like 8 months that I feel I have just been dealing with this injury. So I'm fortunate that I'm able to walk as good as I am. I'm very thankful for that. I know other people have had better experiences, but a lot of people have had worse. So, you get what you get. You don't get upset, as my kids used to say. I'm coming to a clearing here, and there's a picnic table. There's a couple of other trails I've noticed. So this is just one. Seems to be the main trail. And here is a picnic table. And we're going to go on. And the mosquitoes are really not that bad. Not yet, anyway. Of course, I'm not standing still either, so that might help. So anyway, that's it. So got a couple of things. Oh, another split. We're going to go up to the left here as well. And I'm hoping to continue to bring, new places and content. If I go to the AT, though, that'll be old. But I would like to do a couple of days on the AT just to see how the ankle will do with really steeper elevation that I can't get around here because there is none. And also maybe a multi-day hike, which is, it's basically, it's wear and tear on your body, no doubt about it. Okay, you can see, looks like a creek over here, canal. part of the intercoastal. Here's the best overlook I've found so far. Definitely can hear some mosquitoes buzzing around me. So I've come out to another area. I just stepped down a couple of steps, and I'm right here at the edge of the wetlands. And there's a bird looking for some food. There's a couple of them, some homes across the way here. And you can just see those shells, the oysters, I'm assuming, growing here in little clusters. And but other than that, not much else to see. This is the first area I've come to the sun. I'm about halfway through now, just over 0.7 of a mile. So, and we're going to keep on going. There are some other trails. Like I said, here's another one leading off. I don't know if this is the official trail. I'm going to check the map, but I'm going to walk around a little bit and see the other side of this wetland. A little further down, and I come to another viewing in the wetland. And there was a bird right there, but I scared him off, unfortunately. So there's the white ibis, I believe. His long beak burrowing in the sand. And that turnoff that I looked at earlier was in fact another trail, not the main trail I'm supposed to be following. And here we are, right next to the wetlands. And I didn't think the mosquitoes were that bad. Obviously I sprayed up, but if you're standing still, obviously they're worse, but I didn't think they were that bad. So, but I did use insect repellent. We're gonna continue on. We're about 3/4 of a mile right now. Ooh, just walked through a spider web. And we're gonna continue on. So back in the canopy of trees now, so very little area exposed to sun. I was actually anticipating a little bit more. Just along that wetland area is where you're in the sun. Other than that, you're in canopy of trees and shade, so it's really nice. Even in hot weather, I think this wouldn't be too bad. And that's a short area, so it's not too bad. I did do a little experiment with different frame rates for this camera. I'm trying to decide what to do. So my mileage will be off a little bit. I'll probably be closer to 1.6 miles, I would imagine. It's basically looping around now. I'm on the loop heading back. And I haven't seen anyone else except for that couple walking the dog. So I did just have 2 mosquitoes biting my hand that's holding the camera. I may not have sprayed that too well because that's the hand that was holding the spray bottle in. So I made it to the 1 mile mark, and there definitely are mosquitoes, as you can see, swarming around now. And yeah, they're a little more aggressive over here. I'm gonna pick it up a little bit. I've killed a couple. So yeah, over here they're kind of bad. They're actually worse here than by the wetlands. Probably much better during the drier and colder months than it is right now. But this is pretty much what it looks like. The whole, pretty 90% of the trail just looks like this. So no real views. Just at the wetlands, I guess there were some views, but other than that, not much. But I'm coming back to the trail where it split off the loop, and we're gonna go off to the left. We're right along the wetlands here. Yeah. No standing water on any of the trail. A couple of overgrown spots, or where, I guess with the rain and the good weather, the trees have been, coming in and encroaching. But other than that, I don't see any reason why anybody couldn't do this trail. It's very nice. You do have to worry about some roots and stuff, but other than that, it's nice. Easy, 1.4 miles. You come out here, what is that, 25, 30 minutes, 40 minutes if you're slow, or you're taking your time, just meandering. But definitely would not want to be out here overnight or something without bug repellent. There's not much to see out here, really. You're just in the woods, the green tunnel, and you got the wetlands. So I imagine if you want to see those, that would be good. The area that I saw on the way in, that looks perfect for a bike to ride up on the ridge. And it looks like people have been doing it. It's a trail almost. I thought it was a trail at first. You can see the beginning of the trail in the parking lot. This one I took a little longer because I walked up and back, and I did take some photos, and I spent some time by the wetlands a little bit looking at those birds. Okay, well, this trail is going to be done. We're back at the kiosk in the start. Not bad. Oh, mosquitoes are coming out here. Mosquitoes were probably on the higher range than you would like to see, but if you spray up, shouldn't be a problem. Easy trail, nice, easy to get to. It's in the city of Atlantic Beach, 1.4 mile trail. You know, I'm just taking a box here and doing this one and doing a progression as I continue going to longer and longer trails and trying to just really test my ankle. And that's the reason why I'm doing this. And plus, to say that I visit a lot of the parks, it just goes to show you that there are, as I always say, the more you look, the more you'll find. If you live in a neighborhood, there's probably places you can go walking in parks. I mean, this is not technical, but it is a nice walk in the woods, and you get out in nature and you get to see things. There are birds here, and you know, the more you stay in an area, the more you'll notice. If you stay still, the wildlife will come out and it'll become apparent to you. So anyway, thanks for joining me. Till we meet again. I was hoping to do a time lapse somewhere, but there's like no clouds in the sky at all. So what's the point of doing a time lapse? You're not going to see anything. Yes, I know I have a problem. So